Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, has become very familiar with danger and debates in public throughout his time in politics. He has faced a staggering 43 assassination attempts to end his life, but he certainly doesn't take his security lightly. As a result, Putin is now one of the most heavily guarded people on the planet, which is quite surprising and makes us wonder why. This big number of assassination attempts shows how tough the problems he deals with are. As we explore more about these assassination attempts, let's uncover an interesting story that tells us about how Putin handles these dangerous situations. Assassination attempts. Vladimir Putin has faced a reported 43 assassination attempts throughout his tenure as president of Russia. This alarming figure highlights the seriousness of the threats faced by Putin. Luckily for the president, none of these attempts came even close to finishing the job. At least a few, however, were done highly professionally. He became a target of the Russian mafia as soon as he took the presidential post in 1999. It was a sort of preliminary strike as Putin cracked down on organized crime and stood firm in his determination to uproot it. However, an elaborate car bombing plot was foiled and the culprits were caught and sent to jail or hell, whichever was closer. The same year, a group of militants planned to assassinate Putin during his visit to Uzbekistan. The plot was uncovered, leading to the arrest of the conspirators before any harm could be done. In 2000, Chechen rebels planned an assassination during Putin's visit to the Russian province. During a visit to Chechnya, a remote-controlled bomb was detonated near Putin's motorcade. The president survived the attack, but several of his security personnel were injured. In 2002, a plot involving poison jam was uncovered when Putin was scheduled to have breakfast at a hotel in Yalta. The discovery allowed for swift intervention and the prevention of a poisoning attempt. The same year, during a parade in Moscow Red Square, snipers were positioned with a plan to target Putin. However, the FSO caught wind of the situation and swiftly prevented the execution of the plan. 2002 was definitely not the best for the Russian president, as he survived yet another assassination attempt. This time in Azerbaijan, an Iraqi man with connections to Chechen rebel forces planned the attempt. The Azerbaijan police, however, caught the man, and he was later sentenced to 10 years in prison. Later the same year, another man tried to end Putin with an explosion. He planned to drive along the motorway adjacent to the criminal and detonate a 40-kilogram explosive. The FSO caught wind of this plot and rerouted the president Limousine, while at the same time eliminating the threat. 2003 was no exception, and once again Putin was the target of an assassination plot. This time on British soil, the British anti-terror police apprehended two men plotting to kill Putin during his visit to London. Apparently, the Russian secret services caught wind of the plot and altered their colleagues in Great Britain. A year later, Russian security services discovered a plot to poison Putin's food during a visit to a foreign country. The specific details and location of the incident were not made public, but it seems Putin is either immortal or his food tasters were up to the task at hand. Assassination attempts continued through the years, as one more became a major news sensation. In 2012, Ukrainian agencies arrested a group of individuals planning to assassinate Putin during his visit to the country. The exact nature of the plot and its intended execution were not publicly disclosed. Responsibility for Putin's security primarily rests with the Federal Protective Service FSO, an agency that is definitely the best in the world. The FSO, overseeing an extensive workforce, manages its budget to ensure Putin's safety. The agency's annual upkeep of this extensive force amounts to approximately $2.7 billion. Additionally, Putin established his private force, the National Guard, comprising over 340,000 troops under his direct command. His unit chiefly functions as a deterrent against potential military coups. However, it's the President's Security Service that stands at the forefront, blending into crowds and stepping in when necessary. The President's resilience in the face of these attempts attests to the professionalism of those entrusted with his protection. While adversaries continue to plot, his security detail remains an impenetrable wall of caution, readiness, and vigilance. Putin's security measure. The reason Vladimir Putin has managed to stay safe despite numerous assassination attempts can be largely attributed to the comprehensive security measures that have been put in place to shield him from harm. The Russian government has gone to great lengths to make sure he remains protected, To begin with, Putin is constantly surrounded by a highly skilled security team. The Federal Protective Service (FSO) of Russia takes on the responsibility of safeguarding the president and plays a pivotal role in his safety. This specialized group includes well-trained individuals like bodyguards, intelligence experts, and counter-terrorism specialists. They are specifically trained to handle any potential dangers that may arise. Furthermore, Russian security service such as the Federal Security Service (FSB) and the Ministry of Internal Affairs (MVD) collaborate closely with the FSO to ensure Putin's security. These agencies employ sophisticated surveillance methods, gather intelligence, and carefully analyze threats to identify and neutralize any potential risks to the president's life. It's important to note that security measures extend beyond just physical protection. Cutting-edge technology is harnessed to enhance the safety of Putin's surroundings. His residences and vehicles are outfitted with advanced security systems, including bulletproof glass, secure communication channels, and protocols to ensure secure transportation. In addition, the routes taken by Putin are thoughtfully planned out to minimize any potential attacks. Motorcades are meticulously organized with road closures and alternate routes to guarantee a safe environment while he is on the move. The extensive security measures that have been put into action reflect the Russian government's deep commitment to safeguarding their president. These measures not only act as a deterrent to potential threats, but also provide a strong layer of defense against any attempts on Putin's life. Putin's limousine. Whenever the president travels inside Russia, the FSO leaves no room for errors and has various plans to secure the president's road. Naturally, Putin's motorcade plays a vital role in ensuring the president's safety. However, calling it simply a motorcade is a massive understatement, as it looks more like a military parade. Typically, the president's limousine is accompanied by no less than 6 armored vans, housing highly trained special operations units armed to the teeth with AK-47s, Dragon of sniper rifle, anti-tank grenade launchers, portable anti-aircraft missile systems, and probably a couple of ICBMs, just to look even more threatening. The most important part is the president's car itself, called the Urus Senate. Putin thought of this car in 2017 to replace his old Mercedes-Benz. This car was made in Russia and built to meet the demands of the FSO. Urus, the company that made the car, spent more than $200 million to make it, showing how serious they are about it. The Urus Senate is like a strong moving castle. It's made to face many different problems. It can handle bullets of different sizes, sniper shots, bombs under the ground, dangerous gases, and even small missile. Besides its safety, the car also has special ways to talk to others, making it like a moving command center. Even when the windows are closed, there are special cameras all around the car that show everything happening outside. To make it even safer, there is a hidden door at the back for emergencies. The car's abilities to protect the president are interesting, and it makes you wonder if it has any cool features, like in James Bond movies. Even though the Urus Senate is cool, the armored car used by US President Joe Biden, called the Beast, is much bigger and stronger. These special cars show how leaders keep safe, and they also show power and control. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time on the channel.